Today we're going to talk about pangarap, dreams. Simple lang, one word. I'll just translate it in English. It's pangarap, dreams. Paano ba mangarap? Sino sa atin yung walang pangarap? Walang bata ako, siguro yun talaga yung favorite kong pastime. Mangarap and mag-imagine ng kung ano yung future. And if you haven't done it, it's a very happy activity that you can do. Yun yung parang when you're growing up, paunti-unting nawawala. Kasi yung bata ka, nangarap ka, gusto mong maging doktor. You want to be like your dad, di ba? You want to be the president of the Philippines. Parang mga ganun. Tapos, darating yung maturity, darating yung reality ng buhay, tapos yun na, wala ka ng pangarap. Kasi na-realize mo, ay, hindi ka rin maano. And that's sad. I feel na we should never lose yung dreamer kid in us. Na kahit mag-mature na tayo, tumanda na tayo, we should still never forget yung batang may nangangarap sa buhay natin. And dapat hindi natin siya i-deny. Tama yung batang yon, hindi niya lang alam kung paano yung tamang paraan na mangarap. And hindi lang mangarap tamang paraan para i-achieve yung mga pangarap niya. Pinaka-context ko for this was the speech na binigay ni Jim Rohn. If you don't know Jim Rohn, yes, alamin nyo. Magbasa kayo naman. Sa TikTok meron, nandyan si Jim Rohn. Yung pagkakakilala ko kay Jim Rohn, he is a motivational speaker. Pero I think it goes way deeper than that. Pero that's how I know Jim Rohn right now. Meron siyang speech na lumabas sa FYP ko sa TikTok recently. And he gave a philosophy on how to get whatever you want. Sobrang idealistic, whatever you want. Pero what I want to say to you guys is, maybe it's time to listen. Kasi makikinig ka lang naman, hindi ka naman maniniwala agad. Diba? Kasi dapat may utak ka, you evaluate yung mga pinapahanggan mo. So, ayan. So, this is a philosophy. Hulaan nyo, gano'ng kahaba yung philosophy na yun. The philosophy on how to get whatever. So, get whatever. Ibig sabihin lahat ng gusto mo. Yun yung yung sinasabi doon. And what is that philosophy? Siyempre, nung narinig ko yun, sabi ko, ano kaya ang philosophy ko? Gaano kaya ka-profound yung philosophy na to? Ask. Yun lang. Ask. Tapos sabi ko, shit, what? Sabi ko ganun. One word philosophy lang, ask. So, kung titingnan natin yung Bible verse na yun, and it's a Bible verse. So, ito yung Bible verse. I'll be reading it para at least tama naman yung konteksto natin. The philosophy is just ask. Pero ito yung yung background ng philosophy na yun. So, it's from Matthew 7:7-8. Sabi dito, ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find, knock and the door will be open to you. For everyone who asks, receive. The one who seeks finds, and the one who knocks, the door will be open. Yan, si Jesus mismo nagsabi niyan. Guys, congrats sa Christians naman nakikinig. Here's the point ni Gene Rohn. Meron siyang 3 point. Yung first point niya is, asking is the starting point of receiving. Kasi 'di ba, ang philosophy na sinasabi kanina is how to get whatever you want. So yung end point mo palagi is to get whatever you want. So to get whatever you want, you need to ask. Para sa akin, yung meaning nun is a person should take initiative to receive something or to get whatever you want. So meaning nun, dapat It's almost related sa second point eh. Kasi, ang sabi doon, yung problema daw is not yung pag-receive, no? Yung problema is not achieving your goals, but yung pinaka-problema ng mga tao is hindi sila nag-ask. Ask, yung word na ask, hindi mo ginagawa. You do not initiate. You do not initiate para ma-receive mo yung hinihingi mo. And I believe there is a proper way to ask the world. Kung ayaw naman kay God, kay Jesus maghingi dito sa mundo, there is a proper way humingi or paano mag-ask for the things that you want. And it's not, dapat alam mo lang sa utak mo. Kasi it's not asking, it's thinking eh. Think, ito gusto ko, ganito sa inisip mo, gusto kong magkaasawa. Kung kunyari, ganun. That's not asking. You just think about it. Kapag nag-ask ka, meron kang steps na gagawin. This is how I would do it if I want to ask something. If I have a goal in life, it's by writing it down. Writing it down. Kasi when you write it down, you make it permanent. You make it visible. You make it appear. You make it appear. You start the step to making it in reality. You write it down. You write it in pen or pencil. Kung may iPad ka, isulat mo, i-type mo. Pero the best way is you write it down in pen and paper. Yan. Interesting yung pag-uusapan natin kahit ako single pa rin. Hindi ko pa rin to ginagawa. So, kaya wala pa akong girlfriend, feeling ko, kasi hindi pa ako nag-ask. Darating yan pag nag-ask na ako. Pero yan. So, paano mo isusulat? So, what you're asking, isusulat mo. Tapos, next is yung date. And it should be in present tense. Na as if you're experiencing it right now. So, susulat mo, I have a girlfriend, I have a loving, diba? Nadagdagan natin ng details. I have a loving girlfriend by the end of 2026. Is it detailed enough? No, it's not. You write it as detailed as possible, no? What the specific goal I want, and this is the time. Ito example na to, this is from Brian Tracy ata. Kasi ang kwento nito, ito yung kwento nito. Si Brian Tracy, magaling siya mag-goal setting. Isa rin siya sa mga people na magaling mag-goal setting. So, ginoals niya. Sabi niya, gusto ko magka-girlfriend. So, ginoals niya. Sabi niya, I want a girlfriend. Pero hindi niya ni-specify. So, pagkatapos na isulat ng I want a girlfriend, binigyan naman siya ng girlfriend. Kaso nga, yun ang problema. Cray-cray yung girlfriend niya. So, kung hindi niya alam yung cray-cray, baliw. So, yun daw yung nagbinigay sa kanya. Hindi naging successful yung relationship niya. So, sabi niya, he learned a lesson about it. So, next time around, ang ginawa niya, very specific, lahat ng values ng, so, I think he was in college back then, or, at school. So, sinusulat niya yun. Sinusulat niya yung details nung, what kind of woman does he wishes the world provide to him, ganun. As much as possible. Tapos may na-curious na person sa gilid niya. Ano daw yung ginagawa? Sinabi niya, ito yung ginagawa niya. Tapos na-interest yung katabi niya. Sabi niya, I will also do that. Para ang ganda na idea mo. So, sinulat din nung katabi niya yung yung ginagawa. Ginaya din. Di ba? Dalawa na silang dreamer. Tapos, pagkatapos nun, di natapos na ni Brian Tracy yung pagsusulat. Sabi nung katabi niya, uy, sige nga, check mo yung ginawa ko, check ko rin yung ginawa mo. So, nag-switch sila. Tapos, yung katabi niya is a girl. So, sinulat nung girl yung kanyang dream guy, kung ano yung goal niya for a guy. Tapos, shit. Sabi niya, parang ako to. Parang, nagtitake off yung mga Tapos, eventually, nung naging sila. Tapos nagkwentuhan sila about that instance na nangyari. And sabi nung girl na katabi niya, nung binabasa niya rin daw yung sinulat ni Brian Tracy, it was her yung nandun sa list. So, sobrang bilis ng mga nangyari. And according to the book na sinabi ko, that girl was the current or the wife of Brian Tracy. So, that's how it is. That's how fast the world provided dun sa gusto ni Brian Tracy. Dun sa gusto ng person na yun. Just simply by asking. Guys, yun lang yun. So that's how you ask. Be as detailed as possible. Ito pa yung malupit kasi balik na tayo Jim Rohn, di ba? First point niya, ask is the beginning of receiving. Then, number 2, receiving is not the problem. The problem is hindi nga tayo humihingi. Ito yung pangatlo. Receiving is like the ocean. It is plenty. So, kung hindi nyo nagigets yung sinabi na yun, ibig sabihin, you do not limit yourself. Yun lang yung feeling kong meaning na, you do not limit yourself. Bakit? Kasi meron tayong tendency na parang, alam mo yun, prevalent yun sa mga posts ngayon na nakita natin sa social media. Na yung mga Pilipino, they have crab mentality, di ba? Yung palaging rather than i-help natin, iangat yung kapwa nating Pilipino, we tend to pull them down kapag nakita nating naging successful sila. Kasi somehow Filipino thinks na very limited lang yung resources. Very limited lang yung pwedeng maging successful. That's also a thing na gusto kong ma-erase sa mga mentality ng mga Pilipino. Na dahil may nag-succeed na, hindi na rin kayo maging success. Dahil may nauna na, hindi na kayo pwedeng sumunod. Dapat nga kapag meron nang nakagawa, ibig sabihin, marirealize natin na kaya rin natin. Ito pa yung circumstance na iba. Sabay kayo nagsimula, tapos naging successful siya. Feeling mo, kaaway mo na siya. Kasi, pareho kayo ng practice, pareho kayo ng skill na in-offer. Hindi yun ganun. Ibig sabihin, dapat ma-motivate ka pa mismo. Kasi yun yung napakita niya na kaya nating maging successful. And maganda pa dun, dapat isipin natin na we can learn the lessons na natutunan niya. Yun. I digress. Balik na tayo sa natin. So, dapat yung mindset natin is we should not limit ourselves. Meron tawag dito, this is the blue ocean mentality, na it's not that the pie or the cake is just limited. Pag nakakuha na ng slice si kesong A, tapos si B nakakuha na, si C, si D, palit ng paliit, hanggang wala nang matira, ganun. Pero hindi. In reality, it's not a pie, it's an ocean. It's a sea. And yung sea, sabi nyo, sea, lang yan maubos din yan sa earth lang yan. Di ito, seas of stars. Alam niyo yun? Buong kalawakan. Ganon yung sea na lang na isipin nyo. Gano'ng kalawak yun? Ganon dapat natin isipin yung mga opportunities sa life. Balikan natin yung point. Receiving is like the ocean. It is plenty. Pero we have a problem here. Kasi some people go to the ocean but they only carry what? A teaspoon. Alam mo yung kutsarita? Yung mas maliit na kutsara. Yun lang yung dala-dala nila. Kasi sabi ni Jim Rohn, rather than bringing a teaspoon, you should bring a bucket. Naisip ko, bakit lang? Kasi, ang idea ko, it's limitless, no? Magdala ka ng truck, ganun. Truck para maghakot ng ganun kalaking tubig. Dapat yung dreams mo, hindi mo linilimit. Si Jim Rohn naman, nakalimutan din. Pinalaki lang, liit lang. Bakit lang, timba lang yun. Hindi lang drum yung dapat mong dalhin. Truck pa, ganun. Ganun dapat yung mentality mo. It would be best that you have an open mind when you are dreaming, when you are wishing, you are goal setting, when you want to have something. Dapat yung mindset mo, you will get it. And yung wish mo, huwag ka na magpaka-humble. Mag-wish ka ng sobrang laki. Kasi you will receive it. Sabi mismo ni Jesus, ask and it will be given to you. It will be given. Ibibigay yun. Yun na yung, cheat sheet na nga yun. Ask and it will be given to you. Hanapin mo, seek and makikita mo. Maghanap ka ng girlfriend, makikita mo yun. Knock and the door will be opened. Knock is, I think this would be for opportunities. Feeling ko kasi yung knock na yun, it would be magkatok ka, mag-initiate ka. Kung hindi ka kasi mag-initiate, hindi mabubuksan pinto para sa'yo. So, yun. Basically, that's it. That's yung structure. Kung paano mo a-achieve lahat ng bagay na gusto mo sa buhay. So, paano nga ba mag-ask? Una, syempre, ask with intelligence. Ask with intelligence. Intelligently asking, meaning, may common sense ka. Tapos, dapat may details. You ask with details. Yung pinagplanuhan mo kumbaga. So, that's how you should ask. Details, timeline, you write it in present tense para na-embody mo na yung mangyayari. Hindi siya you're looking forward for it, but you know that it will happen. So, you write it in present tense. Tapos, yung details, as much as possible. That's it. That's yung unang part, no? Ask with intelligence, ask intelligently. Huwag magpakabobo, mahihingi ka na nga lang. Mag-effort ka din. Pangalawa, this is what I like. This is the last point. It is ask with faith. Ask with faith. Siyempre, faith, pananampalataya, ganun. Ang sinasabi lang nun, believe. Believe what you're asking for. Hinihingi mo siya, yung mindset mo dapat, hinihingi mo siya knowing na mangyayari siya. Knowing na hindi siya imposible. Parang nanghihingi ka pero kinukontra mo naman pala yung sarili mo. Hindi ganun. Nanghihingi ka kasi sinasabi mo sa mundo na ito kailangan ko to right now. Ito yung gusto ko right now. And yun, ibibigay yun sa'yo. Pero balikan natin to. As with faith, gaano natin dapat paniwalaan yung hinihiling natin? I like yung yung example na binigay ni Jim Rohn. When you're asking, you should plan it as an adult. So plan it intelligently, but believe it as if you're a child. Alam mo yun, di ba pag naniniwala yung mga bata, as in buong puso nila, pinaniniwalaan nila yung sinabi mo. Di yun magda-doubt. Ganun yung level ng belief mo dapat. You believe it with all your heart. With all your heart, with all your body, with all your mind, and with all your soul. Spluk yun, pero hindi nyo alam. So, yun. You believe it with all your being. Kasi alam mo, kung may Diyos ka man, generous yung Panginoon. My God, I sound like a preacher. I sound like my dad. Pero yes, generous. I have an anecdote about this kasi nung family namin, when we were children, yung tatay ko po, parang sumasahod lang siya weekly ng 120 pesos. It was back in when I was grade 1 to grade 2 or kinder to grade 2. Tapos, edi, yun na nga yun. So, yun lang. Siya lang nagsasahod. Si mama, housewife. So, how do you think he would raise a family of 4 na yung sahod niya 130 pesos weekly? Paano nag-survive kami nun? It's only by God's grace. My God, hindi ko to gustong may ganito yun. Pero yeah, it's only by God's grace. And syempre, kumakayo din siya. Kumakayod siya. What I remembered, he tried to open a car wash, no? Tapos, ninakaw yung mga gamit namin. E di, boom, wala. Tapos, he do scrap metal. Nag-scrap metal din kami. Alam niyo yun, magbabakal yun. Ginawa din ng tatay ko yun. He was a pastor and at the same time, magbabakal din siya. Ang ginagawa nila, syempre, saan sila nagkukuha ng source ng bakal? Alam niyo yung mga lumulubog na barko, mga barge. Yun yung ginagawa nila. Nagdinadive nila yung mga barge tapos they try to make it float or kung hindi, may dala-dala silang acetylene gas, pamputol ng bakal. Underwater, pinuputol nila tapos iangat nila. Ganun ka pa yung paghihirap. Pero was it enough? It was never enough. Para sa 4 na anak, tapos 2 nag-aaral sa State University sa Palawan. It was not free. No, that's my story. Di ko alam kung bakit God will provide. God provided for us. Ngayon, 3 na kayong kapatid ko nakagraduate. I never graduated college but I have a good work right now. So, yeah, yung bunso na lang namin yung nag-aaral. Pag-graduating na yung pangatlo kong kapatid. That's it. You should never doubt God. Kung hindi man si God, kung hindi man kayo naniniwala kay God, kasi we never limit ourselves, no? We're humans. We never limit ourselves talaga dapat. The universe is plentiful. I agree sa lahat ng sinabi ni Jim Rohn sa speech niya na yun, no? Pero meron lang siyang sinabi sa dulo. Remember that you won't get everything you want. Yun lang yung part na medyo nagdi-disagree ako kay Jim Rohn. Kasi nung tinuro ni Jim Rohn yun, ask with intelligence and ask with faith. Diba? Yun dalawa. Pero hindi niya kasi sinabi na write it down. Kaya siguro, yun yung outlook pa ni Jim Rohn that time. You won't get everything you want. I believe na hindi lang siya detailed dun kung paano siya. He didn't write it down and he wasn't as much as detailed as possible. Kaya important, when you ask, you must be as detailed as possible. Kasi kapag hindi ka nag-ask as detailed as possible, bibigay nga yun sa'yo. Pero baka mag-deviate. Kasi parang parang kapag nagta-type ka lang, nagpa-prompt ka lang sa AI. Kapag walang context, oh my God, parang may current realization ako. Pero wag na nating pag-usapan. Kulang kasi sa context yung wish mo or yung assets mo or yung goals mo. So, nako-confuse tuloy yung mundo na kung ano ibibigay niya sa'yo. Sabi mo, girlfriend, edi, ayun, girlfriend, pero cray-cray kasi hindi mo naman sinabi kung what type of girlfriend you like, no? So, that's it. Yung situation ng bansa natin right now, oh, wow, bansa yung level ng pinag-iusapan ko. Maliit pa yun mga guys. Mga mamshi, mga bro. Maliit pa yun. Pero, let's just think it in this way. Situation natin right now, ang daming nangyayari sa politics. Kung hindi man sa politics, sa buhay natin, ang daming nangyayari. It may be good, may be bad. We are struggling. Wala tayong trabaho. Pwedeng yun yung circumstance. Nahihirapan tayo mag-aral. Maybe that's their situation. May trabaho tayo pero hindi sapat. No? I'm sharing this right now. Bakit? That's, again, to show you a way, to provide hope. Sabi ko kasi pangarap nga yung pag-uusapan natin. Meron kanta, di ba? Libre lang mangarap. Yeah, it's libre and it's powerful. And guys, I want you to remember yung batang ikaw na may pangarap. And yung ikaw ngayon na facing reality. I want you to deny yung sarili mo ngayon. I want to give you an idea na pwede mong i-deny. Ay, hindi na kita ipo-force, no? Kahit hindi mo gawin. Pero I just want to plant an idea on you na pwede mong i-deny yung sarili mo ngayon na tinanggap na yung katotohanan na ito yung realidad ng mundo. Realidad ng mundo na korap yung mga politiko natin, na meron tayong mga SOP na under the table, na kailangan nating maglagay, kailangan nating magsipsip. I want you to deny that and bring back yung batang nangangarap. Balik mo yung batang yun. Kasi yun yung ikaw na kailangan ng mundo ngayon, nang kailangan ng Pilipinas ngayon. Siguro, kahit Pilipinas lang matulungan natin. Siguro, kasi yun yung ikaw na kailangan ng pamilya mo ngayon. Yung batang yun, may pangarap siya eh. Ang naging problema niya lang, hindi niya lang alam kung paano ma-achieve yung pangarap niya. And yung episode na to, it's talking about that. Ito yung pwede mong guide para makuha mo yung mga pangarap mo na naimbak mo na kinalimutan mo na. Ito na yun. Ibalik mo yung batang yun. Kasi siya yung kailangan ng mundo. Siya yung kailangan ng Pilipinas. At kung kahit ikaw lang na nakikinig ngayon sa akin, you bring that child back. And yung mga pangarap ng batang yun ay na-achieve mo kasi you followed yung sinabi ko today. It's already a great help. Kanino? Para sa sarili mo, sa pamilya mo, sa Pilipinas, and sa mundo. That's it. Again, I am Edge. Subscribe if you like what I've said. Bye-bye.